Welcome back to Your Eye on Health with Dr. Sudip Bose. Joins us every Wednesday to answer your health and medical questions. Now today we're talking about a topic that I hear a lot of at the gym. People that work out all the time,
right,
but then on the weekends they go out and have some of these guys and wonder why they're not losing weight after spending all that time on the treadmill. Doctor, tell us what this may be about.
Good question. I mean, we always think about calories in terms of what we eat,
right,
but we often forget about calories from what we drink.
Yeah.
And this can add up, especially if you have that occasional wine with dinner and that occasional beer here and there. So what I did here is I brought in a sample of each type of cup or glass, and we're going to go through this.
Okay.
So let's start with the shot. Okay. This is a typical shot glass.
Right.
And most liquors out there, they're about 80 proof. And if you take one shot glass, this is 1 ounce,
right,
it's going to be about 80 calories.
80, okay.
In one shot. And remember, sometimes you're having more than one shot when you have that weekend. So now let's go to wine.
Yeah.
So a typical serving of wine is 5 ounces. So that's five of these guys, 5 of them.
Right.
So what I've done here is I've taken 5 ounces of wine. I brought in colored water. I didn't think it'd be appropriate to bring alcohol to the set. It might impair our ability to teach our audience here. But if you want to pour this in, and this is
Here's
5 of these guys.
So this is 5, okay.
So
there we go.
So there's your 5 ounce
That's
wine
not even
glass.
Full.
Yeah, exactly. And a typical serving is about 100 calories. But as you mentioned, you're probably having more wine than this. You're probably filling it more. So you may be having more than 100 calories in one glass.
Wow.
So one thing you could do is you could add sparkling water and make it like a spritzer.
Right.
If you need to add volumize it. Exactly.
Okay.
So we're moving on. We go to the next thing here, the beer bottle. Okay. So the beer bottle here, this is typically 12 ounces.
Yeah.
It's about 150 calories.
That's one beer, 150.
One beer, exactly. And what I'd recommend doing here is if you're an occasional beer drinker, stick to the lighter colored beers.
Right.
If you're calorie conscious. But if beer is your beverage of choice, go with the darker beer, because what'll happen is you'll be more full and you'll probably end up drinking less of them.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
All right.
So let's talk about the mixed drink now.
Okay. Yeah.
So, was there a country song about a red Solo cup?
Red, yeah.
Yes,
That's
red Solo cup.
There's our Solo cup.
So the mixed drink usually has maybe 2 or 3 shots. So we talked about these 1 ounce shots being 80 calories each. You put 3 of these in here, just from the liquor alone, we're talking 240 calories. Wow. And then whatever you're mixing to it.
Right, because usually that's just the shot, and then you're going to add some kind of juice, high sugary juice or soda, I'm sure.
And if you're having something with cream in it, you know, a White Russian or something like that, it's going to be a lot more calories.
Wow.
So what you could do here is use a low calorie or a no calorie, like sparkling water or water, to mix it with.
Okay.
So that's a trick here. And then finally, we're going to talk about these guys that you bring.
Yeah, these are fun.
This
Taco Tuesday, girls' night out.
This, my friend, is a liquid dessert, you know, chocolate martini, any type of martini. And I didn't bring a martini glass in case. Instead, what I did to show you this point is I brought a bottle of maple syrup. There's a reason that they call the margarita mix syrup.
Right.
It's literally pouring syrup into the glass. So we're talking 500-600 calories for one of these.
For one.
Exactly.
And I know you at home, you're not drinking one. You're having several, 2 or 3. That's 1,500 calories.
And remember, if you're on a 2,000 calorie diet every day, and one of these is 500 or 600 calories, they add up. And that might be the problem if you're going to the gym, working out during the week, and then on the weekend you let it go.
You're splurging, yeah, absolutely. And you won't think, because you're drinking, it's the drinking. They're liquids. Most people think, like you said earlier, you're consuming all your calories by eating, but the drinks add up.
So a couple things you can do. So one thing that's interesting is the liver, which processes the alcohol, thinks of the alcohol as fat. So we think of alcohol as sugars, but the liver treats it like fat, no matter where the alcohol is from. So that's why you're gaining weight.
Right.
So what you could do is eat before you drink. So number one, the food lines the inside of your stomach, so the food will absorb some of that alcohol and it won't make it into your system. So that'll decrease the absorption.
And you may drink less.
You'll drink less, exactly. So there are a few tips you can do there, and some of these tips we gave earlier, and like we said, everything in moderation.
That's what it always is.
But
Right. And after a couple, sometimes you might lose that, but
You do, and after a couple, you lose that moderation.
yeah,
Exactly.
absolutely. Okay. All right. Something good to think about, and to see it here, it really does add up.
Right.
All right, Dr. Bose, thanks so much for joining us. And if you have any questions at home that you'd like answered here on the front page, go ahead and submit them to the email there at the bottom of your screen. We'll be right back. Stay with us.